Hello everyone. Hopefully you've watched the last few videos, so now you're familiar with the major data types in R. What I want to talk about next is how to import data into R, say from an Excel spreadsheet, because it's not very useful to have to manually type out all of your data each time. Before we get to that, though, I want to talk a little bit more about R packages because we'll need some of those to import data into R. If you remember from earlier videos, an R package is a bit of code that somebody else has written in R that you can reuse to do the task that that code is meant to do. The major repository for R packages is CRAN, and it's very easy to install packages from this repository, but there are other places where you can get R packages, one of them being GitHub. So this is the R package that I wrote. It is available on GitHub, but not CRAN, so I'll talk about how to install from both locations. So we'll go to our R terminal, and the first package we'll install is Ggplot2. This isn't for loading in data, this is actually for creating plots, but it's a very commonly used package that you'll probably want installed anyway. It is available on CRAN, so to install it, all we have to do is go to install.packages. This is a function, so we're going to use parentheses, and then in quotes we'll put the name of the package we want to install. So we're just going to do Ggplot2, and if you run that bit of code, it might take a little bit of time. The function is going to go to the CRAN repository, download the package, and install it. And will usually give you a little pop-up window telling you how much progress it's made, and then it should tell you if it is successfully installed. Sometimes packages will install unsuccessfully, say if there's a conflict where the package needs code from another package that you don't already have installed and it wasn't able to install that. But usually you can just Google to try to help you figure out how to get past problems like that, and generally it works pretty well. Okay, so now let's talk about installing a package from GitHub. So for this, we're going to need the GitHub web page. So in this case, github.com/alexanderling/IDA-combo. And if we go here, so installing a package from GitHub, we actually need to use a package called DevTools to get the function that allows us to install packages from GitHub. So before we install packages from GitHub, we need to install a package from CRAN called DevTools. And just a warning, this is a very large package that can take some time to install. I already have it installed, so it's very quick here, but often if I run this installer for a first time on a new computer, it has to install a whole bunch of other dependencies and it takes a while. Once we have the DevTools package, now we want to use that package. So to use a package, you can do it a couple of different ways. So we need a function from DevTools. So if we wanted to use all of the functions from DevTools, say we were going to write a script using lots of functions from DevTools repeatedly, what we would want to do is type library and DevTools, and this would load all functions from the DevTools package into the R environment. That's fine, except we don't need more than one call to the DevTools package here, so there's actually a shorter way to do this where you don't have to load the whole package into the R environment that you're currently working in. We can just do DevTools : and then the name of the function that we want to pull from that package. So in this case, it's install_GitHub. And all we have to do here is, in quotes, put the link to the web page that holds the package we want. And if I run this, you'll see that I already have the package installed, but I can force it to reinstall by using the force command, force equals true. And it will now go download the GitHub repository, do some checks to make sure that everything's okay, and it will tell me that the installation went well and IDA-combo is now installed. So now I can load both of these packages. If I wanted library Ggplot2, it's available. You'll see it shows up here, and if I want library IDA-combo, that's also available here. If you want to uninstall a package, you just use remove.packages. So let's say I wanted to remove the Ggplot2 package. I could run this. The package is now removed. Now if I try to load that library, you'll see that it doesn't work. It does not have a package called Ggplot2 until I go back, reinstall it, and now I can load that package just fine. Just note, if you get a warning that a package was built under a different version of R, that's usually not a problem. Most of these packages will work from version to version in R, unless it was built under a really old version of R or something like that. But generally, these warnings are not something to be too concerned about. All right, so that's how to install and uninstall packages for R. Next time we'll move on to loading data from spreadsheets into R.